Anthony at Bangkok Pro Guitar Repair. On the table I have a Herman Dragon Force Ibanez Indonesian model, Ibanez. And I'm looking across the bridge, and these are a lot of fun to fix, and I see we have a little bit of a problem here. We can see the metal on it. Looks like it's been kind of saltwater eroded a bit, or maybe traveling and getting a lot of humidity. Strings are old, reconditioned the fretboard. You can see the tuning pegs on this are looking ugly. I think Herman Lee's going to call me complaining, "What did you do to my guitar?" Chop off these strings. It's the favorite part, huh? Hear that sound? Get them off there. Okay, start taking the parts off here. Got them all loosened up so we can let them soak a little bit in WD-40. Yeah, Herman Lee, a lot of his guitars are designed very well. Easy to repair at a moment's notice. Only the bridge is, you got it set up good and you know what you're doing, it's fine. Bridge takes a little work, especially for newbies. Okay, back down to this end. Still stuck there. There we go. This is all dirty. These plates are all dirty, so I'll take them all off and soak them. Get some of these loosened up. Yeah, as I said, I would imagine by the feel of this has been near the water. You can feel that residue. You know, I grew up in the city part of my life and the other part near the ocean, so yeah, I'm very familiar with that kind of saltwater residue on metals and everything. Again, great design. You know, no other bolts, just the bolt. Here we have a push-pull pod. Hex screw right there. Loosen up, pull that off. This one, no, that should just slide right off there. Yeah. So let's get these plates off there. Second, I'll show you. You never find what you're looking for when you want it, can you? That's Murphy's Law for you. Yeah. I just like to do like that with the tape. And there we go. That stops your pickups from flying out of there when you turn it over. Keeps it all together. Okay, I like to take out these with screwdrivers on all guitars because these always can strip out very easily. It only takes a little bit longer actually, and you save yourself time from having to stick toothpicks in there and gluing them, wait for them to dry and all that good stuff. You may save time one place, but then you lose it in another place. Okay, I'm going to put all these hardware into this bag here. Just spray some oil in there. I got some oil in here too as well. Let that soak, and I'll leave that overnight here. Let's take out one of these humbucker plates. You'll still see the oxidation once I wipe it off. It doesn't all come off. So if you take 0040 very fine steel wool and you hit it like this, watch what happens. And you see that nice and clean. As you can see, the frets they look in good condition, but they're very, very dull. You can see how dull and oxidized that they are. You can see that's working right away. That's all this really needs. There's no nicks in this at all. There's no snags from what I can feel here. So it just takes time and the wood conditioner, teak oil, and it's all good. You only have to do once or twice a month, once or twice a year. And you see what I just did there? I just put just a little dab right there. And all you have to do is kind of take that one dab you did and pat it all the way on down. I see a lot of people, they put way too much on. And as that you heard that old saying, a little dab will do you. Well, I'm going to show you just how well it does you. See that? That was just one little dab. Okay? Oxidation on the top. Remember before you had that kind of shadow of oxidations around the poles. And it's kind of starting to smooth off now. Now that we got the guitar looking pretty and quite sexy, as Ibanez is, we have a little piece of wood chipped out of there. I would imagine that the owner laid it back on something and maybe it just chipped out. You know, that's very common with headstocks like this that are very pronounced. Put a piece of tape around this. I'm going to just put a little drop of clear Scotch weld there, CRC glue, CA glue, I'm sorry. Try a little bit and scrape that off with the blade even. That'll stop that from chipping out anymore. What I love about Ibanez is they make great strides in being inventive and creative and doing things. This truss rod cover is just great. You know, clip it open and easy to get at. Okay. Now before you start adjusting the neck, you want your neck to be quite level here. And as we see here, is that the neck is curving up in the center and back on the ends. Like, you don't want really a back bow in the guitar in most cases. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a space in these two here, which means that it's starting to bow maybe from here on backwards. So what we need to do is bring this back. I believe it should be going that way. Now the thing is, most people when they adjust the neck, they move this way too much. Just a little bit, a little dab will do you in most of the cases. And, you know, let the neck relax a little bit. And see that it's already made a difference already. Just maybe another tad. That looks good. Okay, what I like to do is I'd like to slide, this is from my other shop, my architecture shop. We get templates of wood product in my other shop, but what I like to do, you know, is take these boards, see how thin they are. And after they're outdated and we're not using them for any of our architect projects, I can use these for the guitars, and you can slide it under here. You can see here it's very close, maybe just a little bit higher than normal, but very close to where the bridge should be floating anyway. As I said, here's an example, the 5th string that I'm putting in now. We see where it's wrapped around, the string's wrapped around up to about here. So we just grab that little bit here and cut it off right there. Do the same with all the other strings. Tightened up the screws in the back, the tremelo claws in the back here, and there. Tighten the screws there. And we can see now it's level. Now of course as you tighten them up, you should loosen the strings a bit, otherwise it's going to pull up and then everything's going to go sharp anyway. So I finally got everything done, and now I'm going through the intonation process of the open strings along with the 12th fret and adjusting the bridge till everything's fine. This is the area which I put the CA glue on. I'm going over it with I'm going over it here with the razor blade, scraping it till it's nice and smooth. Here's the finished product. I think the Ibanez is a beautiful guitar, and this one looks super great. I think they're going to be happy to have it back. Thank you from Bangkok Pro Guitar Repairs, and this is Jack Anthony. If there's anything that you'd like to see, please leave it in the comments below or write me. Thank you, and please like and subscribe.